guys, snow day today outside, so it's a little bit nippy in here. Right, we're going to do a warm up, and then this workout's going to be based on head movement. So you know when you're in gym, it's really enforced, moving that head. We don't just move it to make shots miss. You know me, I like that fidget, so it's always got that little bit of movement in it. Shots miss, not by chance, they just miss because that head's never ever still. But these drills today are about enforcing that movement, and then we finish with trying to get it in a relaxed movement. First off, you know at score we're going to warm up. You know my line, nice little warm up, especially for these videos. Let's stand square and let's just start rotating. Nice straight shots. Get that rotation in, that's important. And then hooks. And then them uppercuts, we're still bringing in that rotation. It's just a great way to warm up. It's warming up everything that we're going to want in boxing, especially when we're in his house. We can't do much skipping, we can't do a lot of other stuff. This is just good. Yeah, no real snapping them shots yet, just warming up. So what I want you to do, guys, you can pause this video and you can run through this as long as you want and then get back to me. Cool, so I'm hoping you've done that for a few minutes, and then we're just going to go into some nice basic shadow boxing. Again, if you're new to these videos, go right back, March when I'm putting them on. There's some technical ones there with more basic learning about your stance and everything. So if you don't know how to shadow box, you need to go right back. If we're alright with shadow, let's just get into that stance. So now we've rotated, we're going to keep that rotation through that shadow box. Alright? Again, if you come to gym, you know when I'm watching your shadow, I'll tell you, I don't want you staring into thin air thinking what's for tea, or what shall I play on Xbox. Yeah, you've got to think that you're in that boxing match. Yeah, movement all the time. Shadow boxing's about thinking about boxing, it's not about thinking what you're going to do later. No point doing it, yeah? Okay, so now I want you to keep that shadow boxing, so press pause, push that shadow boxing, and come back to me and we'll get on with technical stuff. Cool, so you should be really warm now and ready to get into it. So we're going to do some simple head movements, alright? We're going to do them after we've punched and before we punch, and then hopefully then that gets you into that head's moving all the time. So nice simple defence, head movement defence. It's just a simple dip. Yeah, back's nice and straight, no point dipping and looking at the floor. Okay, so we're just dipping straight down. Yeah, dip straight down. Anybody who's a bit older having a go at these videos, let that back leg go back if you want a little bit. As long as we're getting down, it doesn't matter. We're just going to get underneath. Okay, so we're going to dip after we've punched. If I throw one jab, someone's going to come back. It's a boxing match. Okay, so just a nice jab and then a dip. No counter. Jab, dip. Get used to it. Jab and dip. Backhand, dip. Bam, and dip. Just there we go. Just, and that little dip. Bam. Throw 2 shots and put that dip in. Bam, bam, and dip. Straight down. Bam, bam. 3 shot, bang, 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 and that little dip. Really need a nice defence after that hook. And down. Okay? So, few shots and a dip. Press pause. Come back to me when you want to go to the next section. Perfect, legs should be feeling it a little bit. So now we're going to do that dip before that punch comes. So any punch that we throw after is a little bit like a counter punch. So first one that I'd be saying is if we're dipping, we've got a guy sticking jabs out at us all the time. We're going to just dip, bam, that was shot to the body. Simple, under, bang. All it needs to be, under and bang. Okay, so we're doing the dip before. Defend, then we're going to counter. Okay? Dip and under. But we can dip, we don't need to throw to body. We can come up and throw to head. Dip, up, bang. Dip, up, bang, bang. Dip, up, bang, bang. For 3 this time. Dip, up, bang, bang, bang. Dip, up, right hand, left hook. Okay? So now I want you to Practice that. We're going to dip and then counter. Don't forget that body shot. That's a nice one in there as well. Or stand back up, counter back up to head. And then come back to me when you're ready. Okay, we're going to slip now. So we're going to slip left and right. Okay, and I've got that jab coming at me. That slip there for my right hand counter. It's a lovely shot. A lovely slip. Jab's gone over there. Safe spot. I can slip this way when right hand's coming. Okay? Or we've got to not get it too complicated, but slipping this way from a jab is slipping into the centre line. Could be dangerous for that backhand. So it depends on what shot's coming. But we need to slip both ways. So, first off, let's just have a little look at them slips. There. Bam. Bam. Keep looking forward. Bring that rear shoulder forward. Bring that front shoulder forward. That's all we've got to do. Some rotation in my hip. And if you look, these are getting ready. There's a shot. There's a shot, okay? So that little slip. Bam, looking. Okay. So, let's try a shot and then a slip. Because there's a shot going to come back. So a nice jab and slip out there. Yeah? Jab, slip that way. You notice I move my foot a little bit. Yeah? Getting a little bit older. It just gives me that little bit of movement, yeah? Bam, slip, bam, slip. Not every time. Backhand and slip. Backhand, slip. You're going to watch what shots come in. Like I said to you about the fidgeting, fidgeting's not about watching the shot. Fidgeting's about shots flying past. Some of you have done it in gym with me, where I ask you to close your eyes and I throw straight shots at you and I ask you to just move. Most miss, and it's not a trick. Most miss by that. Just fidget, 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 fidget. Okay, you know, that's like my style. I'm not saying it's right, it's my style, I like it. Okay, so, I want you to throw some punches in, put these slips in, left and right, and come back to me. Perfect. So now we're slipping nice, we're throwing shots, we're slipping. We're slipping his counter punch. What about if we aren't first to get that shot off? Shot comes, slip, there's your counter, yeah? Nice straight jab coming at me. From an orthodox fighter against an orthodox fighter, slip, right hand counter. Yeah? A jab coming off a southpaw, slip. Now, you can hook that counter, you might change your foot and come in there. Yeah? Bang! Little bit of a sidestep in there, but we're still that little slip looking for them counters. So what I want now is the slip before and then look for your shot. There, bang! There, yeah, all these hands are up all the time. So, slips, slips, counters coming off them slips. Have a little go at that. Come back to me. Good. We're flying through these. You know I make them short because then they're easy for me to get edited and send around and everything. So now we're going to do that lay back. Okay, so although we lean into that back leg, that's got to have moved his head. Okay, so that lean back, he moves his head. So we'll do it after we've punched. So you're sending out a jab, you've got a jab counter coming back, just lean out of the way. Bam, lean out of the way. Bam. Yeah, you might throw a 1-2, head's gone out of the way. What's happening with my hands? These, first line of defence, all the time. First line of defence. Everything else we're learning is a second line of defence in my book, right? It's a second line of defence. So your head movement is a second line of defence. That head movement, if these hands are here for me, it's not what I want. You know, if you're in this gym, there's a couple of boxers do it, and the undefeated boxers, it's flair. They've got some real magic, okay? First line of defence. If my layback fails, he steps in, my first line of defence is still here. Like this, my first line of defence is gone, my second defence is my layback, I'm still getting clouted. Might not hurt, he's definitely going to judge us. Okay, so first line of defence through all this is hands up. So 1-2, lay back, there, that's it. 1-2, lay back. Oh, big backhand, lay back. Okay, so it's nice and simple. Again, I'm moving my foot a little bit. That comes with being a little bit older, tired legs from other exercises that I do over training. Okay, so we can move that back foot a little bit. But if you're young enough, just sit into that back leg. But that does upset a bit of a knee problem for me. I haven't practiced at that, so we're punching and then we're doing that lay back. Hands up, first line of defence. Okay, we're back. Okay, so we're going to lay back and then counter this time. So again, your opponent's aggressor for this little second. So we'll cover, we lay back, bang, and we're going to come back with that right hand. Yeah, that'd be the best shot to come back with, really, there, and if we can there, okay? But we can come back with that hook. He might have stepped in, but it's just moving, bang, yeah? So do the defence first, and then look for the counter, bang, bang. If he stays in, there's even that little uppercut in there. Bang, bang, yeah? So now I want you to do me the lay back, and then the counter punch. And then come back to me. Last little head movement, and then we'll get into workout. Okay, so we're going to roll. Now rolls are good. Yeah, if you've got a hook coming at you, and it's coming in this way, if you roll with it, and it does contact, less power. It might get seen by judges, but it's still not, it's not going to have that painful effect on you, that buzzy effect, because you're rolling with it, so the power, you roll into it, bang, it's going to hurt more. Give you that little buzz, okay? So, first off, we're just going to jab, bang, and roll. No different to dip. It's all legs, straight back. Bam, roll. I need to be looking at you all the time. 1, 2, roll. We need to be able to roll both directions. Different shots are going to come, yeah? Each direction sets up a different shot. Okay, so throw me your shots, stick me a roll in, bend the knees, don't hinge the back. Okay, so we're back. Now we're going to roll before, and then we're going to counter. You shouldn't get many opponents, skillful opponents, coming at you with a lead hook. But if he came at you with a lead hook, big hook coming in, there, roll, bam, right hand counter. Roll, right hand counter. It might be a southpaw coming in with big lead hook, roll, bam, counter, roll, bang. Look where my first line of defence is, guys. My hands are up all the way through this. So have a little practice at that. So you're going to roll and then counter, roll and then counter. And then come back to me. And your last little one, let's just think that this guy, your opponent in front of you, throws a jab and then a hook. So he throws that jab, you'll be blocking the jab, bam, the block on the jab, then the hook comes, and then you roll. That's where you'd probably use it more, at like longer range boxing. If you're in close, you're going to be rolling all the time, and shots will come off that. But chances of him coming out swinging with that aren't very real. You know, I don't want none of you bleeding off that hook. So chances are we'd get jab, hook, so we'd be block, roll, bang. Block, roll, bang, yeah? So, there's something to think about. Right, so now the workout, so the video's not overly long. The workout is open shadow. I want you to put head movement in before. I want you to put head movement in after. If you want a video yourselves, that'd be good. I'm getting a few people sending me little videos, that's cool. Because if you put in head movement in before, if you put in head movement in after, actually, whether your rounds are 30 seconds long, a minute, 2, whatever they are, that head is hardly going to be still, and then we've developed that fidget that I want. So I would like to see some videos of open shadow boxing with stacks and stacks of head movement. Cheers guys, I've been pausing and I've managed to get myself a little bit warm. You've been working a lot longer, so it already should have been a good workout. Now let's hit 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds of open shadow, loads of head movement. Well done, keep it moving.